It's too early for one of those.
Yeah. Well,
it's already tomorrow in Australia. Isn't that what they say?
Is it?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
It's 5 o'clock. Kenny Chesney, Take Her Home on B105, the Northland's #1 for New Country. It's Ken and Lauren, and we have the B105 Buzz, brought to you by East Central Energy, member-owned, homegrown, community-focused since 1936.
I need to start because this is amazing. I just might have to go. So Twiggy, the water skiing squirrel.
Oh man, this guy really makes the rounds.
He
or she is a girl.
I don't
think we know.
I think it is. Can't be sure. I did get to interview Twiggy's handlers. I think it was last year. But anyways, Twiggy will be in Minnesota this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you can catch Twiggy cruising around a large pool being pulled by an RC boat at noon, 2, and 4 each day.
Wow.
To which I say I will see everybody there because this is just the greatest thing.
I don't want to spoil this for anybody.
What?
But how many, Ken Hayes' unpopular opinion, how many Twiggies have there been over the years?
Well, I remember when I interviewed Twiggy's handlers, they have like a family of squirrels, but I think Twiggy is I think it's just Twiggy, you know what I mean?
Really? Because I was looking, they can live about up to 20 years with proper care and diet in captivity. So
Why do you know so much about squirrels?
Because I just Googled it.
Okay.
You knew about bears without having to Google it. So.
No, David did a story on bears, and I read it. But I get what you're saying.
Up to 20 years with proper care and diet. Okay. Well, maybe that is the same Twiggy than all these years.
I think so.
Well, what happens with that Twiggy? I mean, how hard is it to train a squirrel to water ski?
That's a good question.
You really put all your eggs in one basket there, you know what I'm saying?
Good question. I think they, do a bunch of Twiggies.
Yeah. So I want to mention this really quick. Going on in Detroit Lakes area, I don't know if you saw me write about this, but there's a Danish artist that has been hired to build giant trolls in the woods. I think 9 of them.
I love it.
One of them's like 36 feet tall. And they're just these enormous wooden sculpture trolls and then some of them are in secret spots, so you just stumble upon them, you know? Pretty cool.
I would be scared, but also I'm obsessed with it. You know what I mean?
Read the story, and there's actually, he's doing the YouTube videos of him doing it, so you can see a sneak peek of what it's looking at it. So that's pretty neat. So that's what's going on.
You're on the troll beat. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's just trolls that don't bother me, Not the online trolls, right?
Yeah, those bother me.
Okay. You caught your B105 Buzz this morning. Luke Combs, Better Together on B105, the Northland's #1 for New Country, and we'll have Luke Combs and Glenn Powell in Lauren's Country Lowdown just moments away.
Not here, but I wish.
They'll be in studio.
That would be that. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Okay, well, it's not going to happen. B105, Northland's #1 for New Country, and we've got Lauren's Country Lowdown here today. And what do we got? You wanted to talk about Luke Combs and Glenn Powell, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of Glenn Powell news. I guess we can start with that. So Luke obviously just released his song, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. It's flying up the charts, and it is the lead single for the Twister soundtrack, which is mainly made up of country artists. I mean, Megan Maroney's on there, Bailey Zimmerman, so many country artists, Connor Smith. And for some reason, randomly the other day, this clip went viral, and it was Glenn Powell listening to the song for the first time. And I just thought it was funny because it is everywhere. People are sharing this clip left and right, and it's Glenn listening and sharing his thoughts in real time.
Okay, you want to play it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here it is right now.
So I'm listening to Luke Combs, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, for the first time. Sick. That's great. So is this like my theme song? Is this like the Wrangler theme song? That's a good song. I like that.
Nice. Well, good. Yeah, it's a good song, dude. I remember the first time I heard that, I'm like, man, that one hits, right?
He probably wouldn't say if he didn't like it.
Well, yeah, but I think he did really like it.
Yeah, he did. So Megan Maroney, she's actually shooting her shot with Glenn Powell. And this was not the first time she did this. So a few weeks ago, I saw on Twitter that she tweeted Glenn Powell, if you want me to write a love song about you, let me know or something like that, right? And I mean, that would be a cute couple, right? Well, now she just shared a clip, and obviously the song is out, of her song on the Twister soundtrack. It's called Never Left Me. And when she was promoting the song, saying that it was out, she said it's inspired by her childhood and all this stuff. And then she said, Glenn Powell, call me. And then everybody was writing on it and was like, that's relatable. Like, we've never related to anything more. And it just made me laugh because I'm like, that is relatable. So you can hear that song. You can read about her shooting her shot, B105country.com.
I guess so. Why not?
And, usually we do 3 stories, but I feel like let's just leave it at 2 because then it can be the Glenn Powell Lawrence Country Lowdown.
Okay, we'll just leave it at that, right?
Yeah,
and then
I think so.
You can shoot your shot right now, right?
I guess so.
We did this all for you. You're engaged now. It can't be.
I'm not.
Look, Brian, rain is a good thing on B105. I'll tell you what, all this rain, my lawn is like growing uncontrollably.
Well, it gets you out of mowing.
No, no, because it rains, and then the next day, like the other day, I had to mow in wet grass because there was going to rain the next day, and I had to get,
Right.
It's a real, and then my neighbors mowed, which they say is the ultimate peer pressure.
Well, that's good.
Adulthood, so I got to make sure.
Get a little peer pressure into doing things. Like, I need more of that because then I'll get things done in a more timely manner.
You still never mowed a lawn, have you?
Whose lawn am I going to mow?
There's a solution right here. Come on over.
I don't need to do your chores for you.
You got to look out for the dog poop, though, because it's hard to catch all of it.
What happens if you...
Well, you just hit the dog poop. I don't
Ew.
know what we're supposed to do. Hey, people are eating breakfast here.
You brought it up.
I know I did. My bad. Okay. Well, I don't remember what we're talking about, but, rain. Well, we got more rain coming your way. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it here coming up. B105. Ready to roll here. Mm-hmm. And you're...
You won yesterday, so...
Okay. You go first.
Okay. I gladly will. Ken, did you hear about the ice cream truck that had a little accident? Crashed on a rocky road.
I figured Rocky Road would be a part of that.
You did?
Yeah.
Man, I was excited.
Lauren, I hate peer pressure, and so should you. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Peer pressure? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't. That was just something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ken, what happens when ice cream gets really angry? As a meltdown.
It's like cold shoulder or something.
Oh, that would have been good.
That's what happens with the zombie when it shows up. I can't remember. No, cannibal something. There's a joke in there. I can't remember that. So, yeah. Okay. Lauren, what did the body wash say to the guy entering the shower? Hi, Gene.
Okay, so stupid. That was so. I knew when you said the first few words I was gonna laugh.
Body wash?
Just because, like, what do you mean? Body wash has, like, what? It was very
body
creative.
wash said a guy in the shower. Hygiene. Also very important. Hygiene is very important.
Yes, please use soap in the shower.
Right.
No one needs to hear me say that, but maybe they do.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's 7:10 laugh off. That was a short and quick one today. That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we got this thing running up again today. We got Randy in here. He pulled some wires and he changed the power supply on his computer, and we're ready to rock. So
love it. Let's do it.
We got the brain teaser question next. Your chance for Papa Murphy's here on B105. So stay tuned and get your thinking caps on because it's happening here. Okay. B105. Jake Owen, Barefoot Blue Jean Night on B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. And here we go with the brain teaser question. Today, your chance to win some Papa Murphy's.
Yep. So a new study says this is the most common time for a breakup. It's after doing this.
You really get to know somebody.
Yeah. Together for the first time. I mean, yeah, there's a common saying, relationship or not, that says you don't know people until you do this with them. So
a new study says this is the most common time for a breakup after doing this. 727-B105. Take a guess at it. You win some Papa Murphy's. Mm-hmm. It's the first time doing something together.
Yep.
And I've lost some friends over this.
Yeah, I've definitely viewed people differently after this.
Right. Yeah, because you had some good stories, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some we'd like to forget.
727-B105. Well, we had this thing fixed, and apparently we don't. B105 Breakfast Club, Ken and Lauren. A new study says the most common time for a breakup is after doing this. Mm-hmm. And then I go back to play it back, and here's what we have here. I'll just... It's slowed down somehow, like in slow motion now.
I really think Mercury's in retrograde. Let me see.
I don't know how to... Unbelievable.
How is it not? How is it not?
Yeah. Well, Well,
Okay.
the news says the most common time for breakups after doing this, and Anna got it right, and she said it was their first trip together.
Yep.
We're going on vacation, which, yeah. So, congratulations. She got some Papa Murphy's.
Yep.
We'll hopefully get this thing fixed again. Randy, need you in here.
Tell him after the show, because otherwise he's going to be in here. He's going to be poking things, and it's just, we got to wait till we're done.
Love it. Okay.
Super fun.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we got your weather forecast coming up, and then Lauren's love advice. We're going to talk about astrological signs and your chances for love this summer, right?
Yep. And so there's a lot of astrological signs. I'm going to do you, Ken.
Okay.
You're a Virgo. But if anybody else wants to know if you're destined for summer love, shoot us a message on the app. You can call us up right now. We just need to know your name and your astrological sign.
Okay.
I'm kind of like a palm reader now.
Nice.
Not really, no.
Okay, 725, B105. B105 Breakfast Club, Ken and Lauren. Good morning. We got Lauren's love advice now, and we're going to talk about astrological signs because that makes some hard science behind this.
I kind of feel like I'm an astrologer now. Now, you have to take these things at face value. Some people believe in it, some people don't. But there is an article that I was reading, and I was intrigued. It's whether or not you will find love and how it'll go based on your astrological sign, right? So the good news is there's an overview for all astrological signs. It says that all of them are in for love, romance, and passion this summer. So it doesn't matter what your sign is.
It's going to be
you could find love. You have a chance.
heck of a summer coming up for everybody, huh?
Everybody will have a festive and social summer because there's lots of planets residing in Gemini, whatever that means.
I have no idea what any of that means.
Yeah, so Gemini is a sign of the twins, right? So many people during all astrological signs might find themselves stuck between two suitors, and you're going to have to choose which one you like better.
Like Zendaya and Challengers or whatever.
Yeah, and then Mercury will be in retrograde August 4th, so that'll mess everything up. But Ken, you're a Virgo. Mm-hmm. We talked to Anna on the phone earlier, and she's also a Virgo, and we said we're going to give you an astrological reading. So if you were born between August 23rd and September 22nd, this summer will bring you opportunities to step out of your comfort zone and travel. It'll be very noticeable from June 9th to July 20th. You and your partner, if you're dating someone, will be venturing off to a far destination together.
Well, we're bringing the kids to the Dells.
Well, look at that. Look at that. The world's, or the...
And there's no more romantic place on earth than the Dells, that's for sure.
America's tallest water slide is there, just so you know. If you're single, you'll have an urge to date outside of your type. That person will open up your perspective, and you will make big relationship choices between June 22nd and July 21st, and then you'll feel more beautiful and attractive throughout August.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that great?
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you?
So I'm a Capricorn. It shows.
I should know that by now.
Yeah, so it says that if you're single and you're a Capricorn, put yourself out there, especially between June 9th and July 20th. And then after June 17th, you will find a long-term relationship. You'll make long-term plans. You might move in, get engaged. A wedding might even be on the table in early July.
Look at that.
I'm not getting married in early July. Yeah, so you'll...
But you are getting married.
Yes, at some point. Probably next July, because you got to plan that. Still, haven't thought about that. Anyways, big decisions about your personal life and a big milestone will put you in the spotlight from June 22nd to July 21st. And if you're dating somebody or you're starting to date somebody, you might leave them in the dust or they'll be the love of your life.
Well, good luck with that one.
Yeah.
A lot going on. Well,
there's a lot going on.
Who wants to hear their sign? Give us a call, 727-B105. Hit us up in the app, and we'll share what your astrological sign says about love.
It's interesting.
Lauren's love advice. Kind of, I don't know if this is advice or just throwing it out there today.
You got to manifest.
Sure. Okay.
One of my coworkers, our coworkers, told me that the other day.
She's got to manifest what?
I asked her for advice, and she said, just manifest. And I didn't ask any follow-up questions. I was like, all right, I'll just take that for what it is, and I'll manifest something.
Manifest anything. Okay. Eli Young, Love Ain't on B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. So we asked about what's your astrological sign, zodiac sign, or whatever, and I'll tell you about your chances for love this summer.
Yeah. So if you missed it, an overview for all the signs is that everyone's going to have a chance to find love this summer, if you believe in this kind of thing. It'll be a festive summer, a social summer, and some people might have to choose between multiple suitors. So,
Ooh.
and then things will get weird in August because Mercury's in retrograde. But we got a message from Lisa in Hermantown. She says, I'm an Aries. And so Aries are born between March 21st and April 19th. And the summer will be all about your close friends. Apparently, that is where you will find the love of your life. So,
Your close friends?
yeah, like
That's
one of your close friends. So take a trip with them, and that could lead to love down the road. And it also says line up suitors because the love of your life is there. You just got to line them up.
Have you ever dated a close friend?
No.
It can either go really well or it can blow up in your face.
No, I never have. Does high school count? No, it doesn't count. That was so long ago.
I don't know. Right?
No, I don't think. Yeah, I haven't. In ninth grade, 10th grade. I don't even remember that far back. Not in my adult life. But August might bring up exes and old flames trying to reconnect, to which I say, don't text them.
Okay.
There's Lauren's love advice.
Nice.
What do you think, Ken?
About what?
About all of this?
I think it's all a bunch of loaded. Well,
I kind of saw that coming from you.
I didn't say any, I didn't even finish what I was saying. I was going to say it's a wonderful thing.
It's not what you were going to say.
No, I don't know about astrological stuff. I don't know about any of that.
Yeah, I don't know about telling the future, but I do think that each astrological sign does have certain traits, throughout.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I have to look that up because I guess I really don't. I guess I don't. Really, it matters when you were born in like terms of like the cycles of the planets and stuff. That's what it's based on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the planets are lined up for something here, and we'll find out. Good luck this summer in your romance.
Yep. Good luck. Someone should report back in August.
I'll let you know how
you find love.
Okay, gotcha. Morgan Wallen, man. Kenny Chesney and American Kids on B105. I'll have a code for him in the flyaway trip in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's talk to Nicole from Animal Outwise. Hi, how are you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing good. But I gotta be honest with you. I'm kind of sad. Luke and Scooby have been there since March, and they haven't found a home. What's going on?
They're so cute.
Oh, I know. So these two, they came in, had very similar behaviors that, it seems they maybe haven't been exposed to a lot, lived kind of sheltered lives. I know Luke in particular, his owner actually passed away, and that is the only person he's really ever known or spent time with. So that's a really hard adjustment for dogs to go from kind of an isolated, quiet life to a really overwhelming shelter. So it took them a really long time to, simply let us leash them up and take them potty. It's just been a big adjustment for them, but they have finally started to kind of come out of their shells. They're gaining confidence. Scooby was able to go into a foster home for a little bit where we kind of learned, he settled into the home routine after about 4 or 5 days. But, they don't always present perfectly upon first meeting. And we tell people to kind of expect that with a lot of shelter animals because they're just in an environment that's different and it's really overstimulating. They don't, sleep as much as they would in a normal home. They don't have a normal routine. So these two in particular are just looking for a really patient home that's just going to give them the time they need to decompress and settle in. Luke has lived with other dogs before. Scooby has really enjoyed playing with other dogs at the shelter. So that could be a great thing to kind of help them acclimate. But overall, if you want to really help a dog that needs it, these two are desperately ready to find a home of their own.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not, we got Luke is about 4 years old or so, and then you've got Scooby's 3 years old, so it's not a bad age,
No, yeah, still very young, still have a lot of time to learn and explore. Luke in particular, it's so fun to see him finally starting, to play with toys and actually enjoy getting leashed up and going for walks. So both very smart dogs. I think they'd be excited to work on basic manners and go for walks and do all of those things. And like you said, they're young. They've got a lot of love to give, and we are hoping that we can finally find them a home.
Yeah, I hope so.
Sometime in the near future.
Yeah, for sure.
How was your walk for animals last weekend?
The walk was awesome. As I heard yesterday, it sounded like we had raised around 48,000. They were entering all the numbers. And on top of that, last week we got our Super One Roundup check, which was just a little over $25,000. So again, just, a huge shout out to our community for doing so much for us and ensuring that we, can be here and do this life-saving work for dogs like Luke and Scooby and everybody else that's going to come through our doors this year. So big thank you to everybody involved in both those campaigns.
Well, that's great. And we'll look forward to your next event. And I hope when we talk next week, you found Luke and Scooby a home.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, thanks, Nicole. We'll let you get back to what you're doing over there. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Nicole from Animal Allies here on B105. It's funny they say she's talking about how dogs have routines because they're just like humans. They have routines.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Like my dog knows if I get up from taking my 20-minute power nap in the afternoon.
Oh, she's waiting.
She's ready to go for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that's what's coming, whether I want to or not.
And it's good. It pushes you.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, it's we haven't done a fitness challenge in a while, but I'm going to wait till you're done running. There's no way I can
I
win
was
these
just thinking
times.
that. I'm like, we haven't done a fitness
Yeah,
challenge.
I can't compete with you. You're running 13 miles at a time now. I can't do that.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I know. Well, whatever. Anyway, there you go. Animal Allies here, B105. We got that Kenny Chesney code up next. Jordan Davis, Tucson, too late on B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren, so it must be the Florida heat, maybe the Florida humidity, but somebody else just lost their mind in Florida.
Yeah, that checks out.
Here's the headline. Extremely amped up naked driver smashes into lobby of Martin County Jail.
Okay.
The extremely amped up, that's in quotation marks, man was wearing only a lady's top. Intentionally drove into the lobby of the Martin County Jail late Monday night and threatened to light himself on fire.
I just want to know, what does amped up mean in this instance? Does it
ready
mean,
to rock. I don't know.
are drugs involved? I just
I'm
don't
guessing.
understand. Okay.
I'm guessing, but he's behind bars now. So they said the guy was disrobed other than wearing a lady's top, crashed through the glass lobby doors. Okay, hang on now. Then threw two rubber snakes at multiple cell phones into the lobby.
Okay. Lots of questions about this.
After that, he started pouring motor oil on his car and threatened to light the vehicle and himself on fire. So while the deputies were interacting with him, he kept saying things like, "The devil told me, blah, blah, blah," and he kept sharing his disdain for President Donald Trump. Okay. So they gave him multiple doses of ketamine to calm him down, but it did not sedate him. I didn't know they had that just
That's
ready.
bad when that doesn't sedate you and you're still amped up.
Yeah, it was...
Oh, my gosh. My gosh.
They said the medication that a normal person would be sedated by was not affecting him, so that leads them to believe that he has built up a tolerance to different types of drugs. Yeah, that's right. So, fortunately, nobody was hurt on that.
That's good. I just love how they describe him as amped up.
Amped up.
I have so many questions about that, but I'll just...
Yeah, they believe he was under some kind of controlled substance. They're pending the blood test.
That makes
test on
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Boy, that's one of them. That's a party to wake up from.
Yeah. And, of course, in Florida, I actually have a Florida Angel, so this is good balance.
Good balance,
yeah.
right? And I got Florida Georgia line right here, right now. Look at that. Cruise on B105. Bailey Zimmerman, Fall in Love on B105, Northland's #1 for new country, and we will see you later. We got Joe coming in next. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great hump day, Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Be productive.
I know.
Seize the day.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that.
It's easy when the sun's shining.
Yep, it really is, because when it's gloomy, you're just like, I want to watch Netflix,
Or crappy Hallmark Network.